Ben Davison told him to roll the dice, told him to go for it. I think it was a double jab, but the main punch would have been the right uppercut. He wanted AJ to look for the uppercut on his front foot, which is a dangerous punch. So when you throw that uppercut out of range, you leave your chin exposed. AJ going for it and rolling the dice in round 5 was the reason that he's lost that fight and got a bad knockout. For me, he's gone backwards. He's not learning anything. He's not getting any better. Since that rematch with Usyk that he lost again, he got outclassed. He's had 4 gimme fights, and now he's gone in there with a lively opponent in Daniel Dubois who can bang. That's why the roll of the dice in round 5 was a stupid idea. Anthony Joshua looked like he'd been tasered. He's gone backwards since leaving Robert McCracken, and if he's gonna move forward and come back and have a rematch with Daniel Dubois, then I don't think that he ain't got the right team around him. He needs a big shake-up in the team.
Those are the words of Carl Froch yet again, AJ's favorite critic. I must tell you guys, I agree with Carl. It is like he's not learning anything. That's the worrying thing of me. For one, it's what Ben Davison instructed him to do. Roll the dice, double jab and roll the dice. Listen, double jab and roll the dice. That's not an ideal combination for someone that, for one, that has been hurt with the right hand, and someone that's coming in sporadically or very furiously like Daniel Dubois. Daniel Dubois was coming in with a finishing mentality. So anything that deals with power punches, left hooks, overhand rights, not necessarily uppercuts, because he didn't need to throw uppercuts at Joshua because he was already close enough to him because his jab was established. Okay, Dubois came in with his jab, and then when he comes in with his jab, he's coming in with a right hand, then a left hook. So he's already in position to jab, throw right hands, and left hooks. So there is no need for uppercuts. Uppercut is for somebody that you're trying to you're trying to test, and they have to come close enough. Daniel Dubois was already there, and I guess Ben was thinking, well, hey, listen, since he is that close to you, throw the uppercut, roll the dice. But here's the problem. The uppercut can be countered by 2 punches. One, the first, and the one that is preferable is the left hook. Anytime when you throw a right uppercut or a left uppercut, really the left hook is there. You miss with the left, bow! You miss with that right, that you roll that dice and you miss. Ask Buster Douglas about it. It's a perfect example. Okay, because when Buster Douglas missed that right uppercut, he got chinned, okay? Or with the right hand. Exactly. There's the second counter. The right hand will always be there too. Left, right. Left or right. It doesn't matter. But what did Daniel catch him with? A right hand. Okay? So there you go. That's what I'm talking about. And for Ben, I don't know. I would like to hear what Ben has to say in defense, because I know people are clowning Ben. And I'm not really favorable of clowning and dissing trainers. I'm really not. I don't like, what people have done with trainers and because of what fighters do, because ultimately the fighter does what he's going to do. You know what I mean? And what he decides to do, if he decides to slip, dip, roll, or fold, it's all up to his ring IQ. Okay, so yes, did Ben give him bad advice? Yes, I think he gave him bad advice. But maybe Ben Davison gave him bad advice expecting, that he would use a better judgment, that he would already have a sense of, hey, I told you to roll the dice, but I didn't tell you to roll the dice at that particular time. You know what I mean? So it has to be some sense of accountability, okay? The trainer just can't take all the heat, people. And I just have to make that be known. Ben was like, hey, I'm assuming that you were going to use your ring IQ. And if you weren't at yourself mentally enough to use your ring IQ, to use your experience, to use what you needed to do to make you instinctively, aware of certain shots, then they should have pulled him out, at the beginning of round 5 or at the end of round 4. You know what I mean? But, of course, we would have been, he would have been called a cheater. But hey, it is what it is. Okay, because if he couldn't make sound judgment based on the amount of times he was hit and he was discombobulated and couldn't really think clearly, well, that was probably the issue. And that's really all you could give AJ. That's all you could give him. You know what I mean? Because after he hit Daniel Dubois, he was like, there is no turning back now. But it's funny. He would have been better off throwing another right hand versus throwing a right uppercut, But, again, it's anybody's world. You guys tell me what you think of Carl Froch. Maybe he does need another team. But then again, what team is he going to get or go with? Because, who is he going to go with? He's been down there with everyone. And I will say this, though. Carl Froch is chuckling to himself. He may not do it on the video, but he is chuckling to himself like, yep, you stupid cunt. You should not have left Rob McCracken. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Carl Froch and his breakdown of Ben Davison's advice to roll the dice against Daniel Triple D Dubois. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!